And now, 1 year of Wednesdays. Hey everybody, Matt Cribbs here, and welcome back to another Wednesday morning drive. Sorry about the lights. I am staring at the sun, and there's a very shiny car in front of me right now. Also, if you notice I'm not moving, it must be a heavy traffic day on the George Washington Bridge, because whenever that happens, people get off the highway and come my way, and then it backs us up. But what can you do? It's all right. I don't have to be anywhere too urgent this morning, so we can drive and talk. Hope you had a great week. I did. My parents were in town. M-Cribs version pre-beta? I don't know what you call them. If the kids are whatever. My kids' grandparents. See, I'm now of that age, and I have kids that are old enough that I am dad, which makes my parents grandparents. And I'll call them my grandparents, even though they're my parents, but they're, because I don't call them dad anymore. I call them grandpa because that's what the kids hear. It gets very confusing when you have kids. Life just gets weird. But anyway, they were in town. We had a lot of fun. It was great. It was great. We went to the Star Trek Academy experience at the Intrepid in New York. It's going to be ending soon, so I think next weekend's the last weekend. If you haven't gone, it's definitely awesome. I know I was one of the last people to go, but that's all right. It was cool. Other big news. It has been 1 year since I started doing Wednesday morning drive. If you look, this is episode 53, which would be 52, except remember I had a teaser, a promo episode that came out the day before my very first one. So we have now had 1 year of Wednesdays. 1 year together talking about anything that crossed my mind. And that is really cool. I actually didn't know this would be going for a year. I didn't necessarily plan it. If you remember, if you look way back, I think I said this. This series kind of started out because I was having a busy time with life and work, and I wasn't getting enough recording time doing the games and stuff that I normally like to record. But I wanted to keep recording. I wanted to get something out there, and I wanted to do something. So I came up with this idea, inspired by Pungence from Ryotcraft fame. Or is he more famous for being B-Double-O's brother? I don't know. Whatever he's famous for. Pungence was doing this Tuesday, Thursday night drive. He would do a drive as well. And I'm like, well, it works for me because it's dark by the time I'm driving home, at least in the winter it is. I'll just do them on Wednesday mornings because that's awesome. And I got into the habit and I kept doing them, and they've done 50 2 different episodes now, which is amazing. And it covered a broad swath of topics, from, comparing different pieces of software I use, to talking about events that happen in the world and things I'm interested in, to just my general thoughts on what's been going on in my life and what's important to me. And it means a whole lot to me, that, there are people watching these. And there's a core. It's funny. I looked at the analytics, and I have a core group of my subscribers. You guys are awesome, and you guys watch a lot of the stuff. Not everyone watches everything, and that's cool, because I make a lot of different things, a lot of different games and things on the channel, and not everything's for everybody. So, but there's that core group that watch it, and you guys rule. And then there's a lot of non-subscriber views that I get. And it's kind of skewed, because I've had a couple videos that have gotten a lot of traffic. In particular for this series, the Evernote versus OneNote one, which was crazy, that I happened to do it the day before Evernote made a big announcement and pissed everyone off, and so it became a popular search term. And that's up in the thousands of views, which is cool. Never thought about that. That video was actually one that I was tired, and I hadn't planned anything, because often, I'll start thinking on Wednesday, right after I stop hitting play. I'll start thinking about, what am I going to talk about next week? And I'll start making plans and thinking about ideas and topics, and kind of work them out. But sometimes I don't do that, because it's busy, or I'm tired, or whatever. And that one was a perfect example. I'm like, oh crap, it's Wednesday morning. I don't have anything to talk about. I'm just going to talk about this thing I did, which was moving from OneNote to Evernote. And it was just totally unprepared, off the cuff, and random. And that is now my most viewed Wednesday morning drive video, which, oh, hey, what do you know? And some of the ones I think a lot about are not. And that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't bother me. I love the process of doing this. Enough that it really doesn't bother me what views I get. Oh man, if you could move forward, there you go. I had to turn right, and the guy was in front of me. I'm like, if you could just move forward a little bit, I can go. But yeah, it's funny how if you've been doing, making content or things long enough, you've probably run into this, that a lot of getting your stuff looked at is completely and totally out of your control. You can put your stuff, you can tweet it, you can put it on Reddit, you can do all sorts of things, but if you just happen to strike a nerve or hit a timing of something, the effect is exponential. You'll get so many more just from world events and things that are out of your control. So it's the way it is. Don't get discouraged if that happens to you, if you're a creator, and I know not everyone is. I think that's a common trap that people fall into, is that they make their content for people who are also making content, but the people actually making content is a tiny slice of the people out there watching things. So I try not to do that unless I think it's interesting. Like in this case, that I thought it struck me as not interesting, maybe, but it struck me as so funny that, the one that I prepared the least for was the one that had the most response. What can you do? So, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for watching and for doing that. Agree with me, disagree with me, whatever. Let me know in the comments. I try to keep active and talk to you, and I do listen and respond to things later on in videos. but discussion and thinking about things, as I've said before, thinking about things and questioning is important in life. And if I can just make people say, huh, that's interesting, or man, that guy's wrong, that's awesome. That's the goal. So hope you do enjoy it. I will continue to put things out. Do not worry. I am not done with this. I love this process. I go into work on Wednesday mornings more energized, more ready to do my day, more ready to think and do things and excited about life than I do on any other day. Mostly because I have this chance to, talk to you guys and to get my thoughts out there, and it just, the energizing, it's better than the coffee. But no, I lied. Nothing's better than the coffee. No, it's great, and it really makes a big difference. So thank you, everyone. Keep watching. I'll keep putting out the stuff. Let me know if you have any ideas for anything you'd like to hear me ramble on about for 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how much I get going. Let me know. I'm open for ideas. You know, like I said, sometimes it's just a week that I'm like, so I keep a list, and I go back to that list, and I'm like, oh, we'll do this one. So let me know if you come up with any ideas. Until then, keep playing, keep watching, have a great week, and I will see you next week. Thank you all. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, all that stuff. Bye.